Hello everyone, Ethersong here, and welcome back for some more I Was a Teenage Exocolonist. Let's get going. So what's Tange up to here? Tangent is hunched over her hollow palm, frowning and poking angrily at the air. She speaks without looking up at you. Professor Hal wants us to prep a list of native flora with pictures. There should be a catalog on the Colony HoloNet, but I can't find it anywhere. Lance tried looking outside. I'll help you find that catalog. Let's make our own list. Prep a list of native flora with pictures. We could make our own list, but maybe the catalog would be useful. I'll help you find that catalog. You launch your own holopalm and start searching the Colony's HoloNet archives for a list of autumnal plants and animals. 10 minutes later, you find it buried under Survey Logistics in Expedition Net. Get Organizing and Friendship with Tangent. Okay. An enemy passes by and pulls a face at the two of you. "Hey, hello nerd," she shouts. "School's over. Come play sports ball in the sunshine." Tantius rolls her eyes. Guess he doesn't want to talk to me still. "Oh, you found me." This is adjusting better than you had expected to life on the surface. He's already found new places to hide and do whatever he does out there. I guess I can't really talk to him more than that. Oh, the door's open. You step cautiously through the colony gates. "Hey there, kiddo." Uncle Tonin blocks your way with a smile. "I'm afraid Expeditions is off limits for now. It's not safe out there for kids. You better toughen up so you can join the squads when you're older." I guess I do need to get stronger. I need toughness or bravery. Maybe I should work on those skills as well. You can view the map. An info window pops up on your holopalm when you get closer. What do you want to know about? Where are we? Are we in the center nearby? Known lands. The Prosaic Plains? Prosaic Plains lie far to the north of the colony, where the higher elevation and natural tilt of the planet makes bromidic snowfall more regularly in every season. Though prone to sudden storm flurries, the plains are a relatively safe place to explore, filled with mostly herbivorous xenofauna. So that's a relatively safe place. The Valley of Vertigo. The Valley of Vertigo is a low-lying trench to the east that's dense with pollen-producing trees. There's a wide variety of edible food here, both plant and animal product, leading to some of the explorers calling this place the breadbasket of Autumna. So I guess there's a lot of food there if they need to gather food. There's a number of animals here that the geoponics would be interested in domesticating. Okay, so that seems like a pretty good area for food resources. The resting ridges? This tongue-twisting region is the broken spine of the planet, home to both dizzying heights and abysmal lows. It's always hot and arid here, no matter the season. Traversing these steep chasms is dangerous, and only to be done by those with sufficient glider training. However, there are some interesting ruins here to explore. Ruins? Ruins would that imply people lived here before? That's kind of interesting. I guess there is the possibility of like other people. I don't know. When I came into this game, I was thinking like people on Earth are like would be like the only like humans, but perhaps there's like other people in the universe. So this was their first colony ship. So yeah, that's what I'm trying to wrap my mind around. If there's ruins, like who made the ruins? That's kind of interesting. And then we have the swamp. To the south is a vast boggy wilderness, home to dangerous animals and hazardous weather conditions. Exploration in this area is only to be done with extreme caution. So there's dangerous animals down there in the swamps, and it's actually kind of nearby, so that's kind of scary. Let's view the bestiary. A float cow. Xenolevis bovidae. These cumbrous-looking creatures are actually lighter than air due to large helium sacs on dorsal and ventral sides. Careful balancing of helium and urine allows them to control their elevation. They produce a salty, high-protein milk substance for feeding their young that is also nutritious for humans. So, I guess there's a cow-like creature here. The hop-eye. Common hop-eye, a common communal creature with two disparate sets of eyes and one strong foot used for both locomotion and defense. Though harmless, these small warriors can be fierce in groups. Manticore. Highly intelligent and predatory. Their plumage changes according to the season. Their body is composed almost entirely of dangerous weapons. Do not approach. That's scary. So view to bestiary. Did I go through everything? Yep. So let's leave for a moment. So I can't go out there yet. What's going on over here? Cal is riding around the geoponic gardens on his hoverboard. The board comes to a sudden shuddering stop on the rocky ground in front of you. Cal falls off but catches his balance before he eats dirt. Hi, Ether. Real ground is way harder to hover on than ship floors. There are bumps everywhere. Maybe hoverboards don't work outside. I think they were working. We all have to adapt. Yeah, that sucks. Oh no, I didn't mean it like that, Kelson. It's actually really cool. Hovering outside is rad. Look at this. He runs over to a small depression in a nearby hill and presents it like it's something amazing. Look at this. It's a skate bowl. Cool. Can I try? Oh, I got some toughness from talking. Nice. Friendship with Cal. Sure, but please be careful. Mom says if I break my hoverboard, we can't make another one. Yeah, I guess maybe there's limits on what they can make. You take turns riding around the bowl, trying to get up enough speed, going down one side to come back up the other. You don't land any tricks. It's hard just staying on the board with its uneven ground, but it's still fun. It does sound like fun. And then I guess there's just the standard options, right? I think there's anything else special. So what does Sports Ball give? It gives some bravery and toughness. What does stuff here give? Shovel dirt. I guess it gives a lot of toughness. But maybe still work on my studies. I think I need toughness eventually. Hopefully I can find like other ways to also do it. View the notice board. Colony food shortfall minus 100%. Yeah, I think these ones we saw before. Take precautions outside colony boundaries. Xenofauna have been sighted in the area. Survey teams are investigating. Kind of creatures nearby. What do I get? Let's see if I can take a look. I know I need something to be able to do it, but I need 10 organizing to do it. I have 2 organizing. Maybe I can get organizing to do this stuff. Toughness, I don't have enough yet. So let's see what I can do. What's here? This is just like taking a rest, right? And then there's the studies. Looks like everything for now. Nothing else to talk about, right? Have you gone outside the colony yet? Tange asks you. You hear all sorts of terrible things. Regardless, we're not allowed to stray from the gates unless we're on expedition. Tange rolls her eyes. Not that it stops my brother. Want to study together. Hooked on your hollow palm. Sure. You and Tangent sync up your hollow palms and play a game together where you race to assemble chemical compounds using simple programming language. Tangent is a whiz at it and breezes through the levels, barely breaking a sweat. You can tell she's hiding a smile when she looks over your shoulder to help you with a particularly tricky algorithm. So we get some friendship and more reasoning, so that's nice. So maybe talk to other people as well. There's nothing else I can do here, right? Oh, I need even more reasoning to do it again. Want to train together? No. Reasoning up to 23, and I guess the riding the hoverboard was one of the things, right? Oh, I need biology. Do I have enough? I don't think I have enough biology yet. I'm at 12. I see. What's going on with you? Form an act of kindness. I don't have enough empathy. Where's my empathy? 20 empathy. Animals, combat, perception. Bravery, creative. Oh, there's empathy. Am I at 10? Tammy's dad is head of expeditions, which means he's out surveying the jungle every day. This morning you see her crying in the doorway as he leaves. I don't like when he goes out there, she sniffs after he's gone. But he's so brave, and so are you. That's why I like you, Ether. Alright, I guess just more studying for now. More biology. How much biology am I at? 12. Reasoning, friendship with Tangent. Plus 2 reasoning. Problem solving, general knowledge should be. And then humanities. Creativity and persuasion. Friendship with Tangent. I guess humanities could be good as well. Creativity. Persuasion. I don't have either of those. Charisma to command people to speak in public. Creativity, artistic ability, and capacity for novel ideas. Empathy. Study of plants, biochemistry, and the human body. Engineering. Organizing. Then reasoning, problem solving, and general knowledge. Let me try one engineering while we're here. Professor Hal rubs his hands together as he waits for the class to settle down. He's in a great mood. This must be his favorite subject to teach. If biology and chemistry are the wet sciences, then engineering must be the dry one. But believe me, this class definitely won't be dry. He winks. It's weird. We'll also be learning math, physics, computing, robotics, architecture, and astronomy. Oh, so I guess they're learning quite a few different things in the class, which could be useful. Tangent raises her hand. Will we also learn about nuclear engineering? Professor Hal nods. Yes, at a beginner level. We'll have an overview of atomic theory and take a field trip to the engine room to learn how our ship's nuclear reactor works to power the colony. Looking for more difficulty? This harder card challenge option will keep you on your toes. Want to focus on the story? This will replace future minigames with quick coin flip based on your age and skills. You can change either option from the settings menu. Should we change that on? I'll keep you on your toe. Do I get more from doing the harder card challenges? Should I try it? I'll try it with on. I can push through with stress. So a goal of 9, and that goes there. That goes there. Goes there. That goes there. Upstate. That was wrong. That goes there. And then that goes there. Actually, I can do even better. I think. Isn't it like a 1, 2? Does that not count for anything? Well, it looks pretty good. Win. +2. +3 engineering, +2. +2, 1 from challenge and absorbent brain perk. +2 reasoning and +15 stress. And more friendship with tangent. And we're up to late quiet. Early pollen. Next month. You up to tangent? Sorry, I can't talk right now, tangent says, brushing you off. I'm working on my science fair project. We're going to show them off during Vertumnalia Festival. Vertumnalia Festival. Which will be held in Dust. I have very little time. Please leave me alone. Done. You need a break soon. I guess the stress is getting pretty high. Oh, okay, so I'll need a rest this month. I don't think there's like any other new things. Cal runs up to you, streaked from foot to neck with purple dirt. There's so much space. Me and was it Nanami just ran for 20 minutes and never ran down the same path twice. He leans over and braces hands on his knees, breathing heavily. Ooh-wee, she's so fast. Alright, so let's take a break then. Relax in the lounge. The lounge is a long, well-lit hall along the outer hall of the ship's midsection. It's strewn with tables and cushions and serves as a communal living room for the tiny one-room spaces of every family is assigned to. You flop down into the lounge's big bean bag pile with some other kids. Cal has a dazed, peaceful look on his face. The air smells so good on Vertumna. And so does the dirt, even. You notice his clothes are filthy, but obviously Cal couldn't care less. An enemy bounces in. Holy crap, there's so much space to run around and play in. Common Chief Rhett set up an outdoor sports ball coordinates way huger than the old one on the ship. Tangent carefully selects one cushion from the pile and perches on it. The school is expanding to some of the empty engineering bays, she tells you. And we're getting a big new lab to do experiments using local resources. There's so much to learn about this planet. Nanami rolls her eyes, but Tange continues. We shouldn't forget our studies just because we've landed, she says primly. Tan's right, school's important. School, let's play outside. Want to explore the jungle. I miss space. School's important, but I do want to explore. Rebellion. Where's the rebellion? Animals, toughness, persuasion, creativity. Is that like somewhere else? Kudos. Oh, it's up here. Rebellion, relationship with the adult and the colony government. So I guess I kind of went against them with that decision. Ether's right. You hear over your shoulder and you start startled to find Dis standing right behind you. God, when did he get here? Did you see those huge beasts in the jungle as we were landing? Dis continues, picking at a thread on his sweater until it unravels. Wonder if there are more out there. You've had less of the deja vu dreams come to life feeling this week, and you're starting to think you'd even imagined it. But suddenly you get a prickling sensation in the back of your neck and remember that Mars is about to enter the lounge and tell everyone to look outside. You stare at the door. Mars walks through it, as if on cue. OMG, everybody, look outside. They're hoisting a flag over command, she says, clapping her hands excitedly. You know what that means, right? She stands tall with her hands on her hips. For Tumna is officially humanity's first exocolony ever. So it's humanity's first exocolony. So how can there be ruins on the planet? It's kind of interesting. You look out at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. This is history, kids, she exclaims, wrapping anemone and tangent under each arm. And we were here. Took this month off. Discovering and hooked on your hollow palm. Oh, I can forget one? You want to forget? Can I see my deck? Memories? 012 00 011 3. Can I move these around? So I get 3 zeros. +1 on skill with brain challenges. Oh, so it gives me more. +1 if this has the highest value. Tangents focus. So I guess cards can also give bonuses to challenges. Okay. Crawling and first steps. Probably shouldn't go to too many different colors because you can get bonuses for same color stuff, but let's do the flushes. Gear. You keep adding to your deck as you age. You can forget cards by spending time relaxing. You have a limited number of gear slots based on your organization and other skills. Click gear to unequip it. Collectibles that you find while exploring may be given as gift to friends or used during challenges as one-use bonuses. Okay. 12 cards for use in challenges. Yeah. I don't think I really need to forget any of these. 2 3s aren't horrible. I don't have enough 2s though. I guess that's one problem. Maybe I can get some more 2s later. But I think the 1s are fine because I got a bunch of 0s. The Stressed Cry is actually working out pretty well as a 2 card. I think I'm fine for now. Done. If I get something I don't need, I can add it. You wake up from an afternoon nap. You squint into the pink tingled light slanting through the windows. You must have fallen asleep in a lounge. Tammy's shadow falls across your nest of pillows. Oh, I'm sorry, Ether, she says, giggling. I didn't mean to wake you up. Just so nice outside, with pollen sparkling in the sunlight. I wanted to open the windows. You rub your eyes blearily. You were having the weirdest dream. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Sedent is making a new kind of candy, she says. It's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Tammy skips off towards the creche, humming to herself. Go get that free candy. In the cafeteria, Auntie Sedent is cheerfully handing out masses of pink candy, puffy and soft like clouds. "Oh, Ether," she says, handing you a wand with some of the candy spun around it. "Here, try some of this. We used to have it on Earth." You pull off a piece and give it a taste. It's so sweet at first that your mouth puckers. You never tasted anything so sweet and so real. It's not like the soy sweets that the kitchen nanoprinter can make. It melts in your mouth and leaves a gritty residue on your tongue. Oh, another 2 card. That's actually useful. You wait until everyone is gone, but Tammy never shows up. You look down at the cotton candy in your hands. It's wilted a little from the humidity, but it's kind of like her hair, you think. Pale pink and so soft. You keep some to give her later. So that they get added as a card. Pink candy. It's such a memory. I guess there's no collectible like the pass off, but you're relaxing in your family's quarters after dinner. Your mom had to run off on some kind of council business, so you and your dad are playing a holo game together. When you're just about ready to head off to bed, your mom returns. You can tell from the defeated slant of her shoulders that something has gone terribly wrong. Your dad starts to ask her what's happened, but she just sighs and waves him away. She sits down and takes your hand, holding it between her 2 strong, dirt-creased ones. "Ether, I'm so sorry I have to tell you this." She starts, her mouth quivers as she swallows, working on her next words. "There was an accident this afternoon. In the creche. Your classmate, Tammy, has died." "She died? What happened? She was just there, right? How could she have died?" You try to understand her words. "Tammy? Dead? That's not possible." You suddenly remember the cotton candy you were saving to give Tammy, pink and fluffy, just like her hair. You put your hands in the pocket to get it, but what comes out is a sticky, dark red lump of hard goo. You stare at it, your mind blank. I guess so. It was like an option not to get the candy, right? I guess if you knew she was going to die, there would be a possibility of not getting the candy and saving her then, right? Ask what happened. Yeah, I think we want the knowledge of what happened. Your mom tells you, as simply as possible, that Tammy was killed by an electric shock from a broken holoprojector. It was just an accident. You press her for more, for an explanation. A little girl is dead. Someone you'd grown up with. Someone so much like you. She wasn't sick or anything. You just saw her this morning. She was right there. Why? Her mom's eyes are sad when she tells you, sometimes there's just no reason why. Wow. I wasn't expecting like someone to like die so early in the game. I thought like if like alien monsters or something attacked, like people would pass away, but not like just from a random accident, right? Yeah, it's hard to believe. Tan just pacing around in front of engineering. She looks upset. "It shouldn't have happened," she says. "Tammy is..." What? What happened to Tammy? Tammy, it shouldn't have been possible. There was no reason for that holoprojector to break. Professor Hell said it was recently serviced, and nothing was wrong with it before. It just... She gestures angrily. Just blew up for no reason. Nobody would have wanted to hurt her, so why? Doesn't add up. Could it have been deliberate? Did somebody do it to her? Did somebody want to kill her off? Or is just there no reason? I don't know. Sorry, Ether. I want to think about this some more. I hate when I can't find an answer. That is kind of suspicious, though. It was recently serviced. Cal is sitting in your mom's flower garden with his face in his hands. He clearly has been crying all morning and probably all of yesterday too. He and Tammy were really close. Whenever you guys used to play house in the creche, Tammy was always the mommy, and Cal was the daddy. Even though we were just little kids. Kind of always giggled about how obviously they were gonna be together forever. Like a princess and a knight. Are you okay? I miss her too. At least you finally left your quarters. It's not very nice to say. I miss her too. Me too, he sniffs, looking up at you. You can see how puffy and red his eyes are. Me really, really too. Tammy always liked these flowers, he mumbles. Sometimes I pick some for her. He runs his hands over the pretty white flowers. Don't tell your mom, okay? Tears well up and slowly leak out of his eyes. He doesn't even blink, he just stares at the flowers as tears run down his cheeks. You decide to give him some space. Should probably leave Cal alone for now. Guess I can try talking. Your dad gives you a hug. Sorry you're feeling blue, Ether, he says. Things will start to look up again soon. Your mom pats your shoulder encouragingly. I'm so sorry, Ether. Mars is staring into space, looking somber. She doesn't even notice you come up beside her and barely reacts when you say hello. I'm thinking about Tammy, she says quietly. She used to sit down the hill there, in that spot in the sun. Every morning she'd just sit there for hours in the sun, doing nothing, just being happy. You stare down the hill to the spot near the entrance to the quarters. You can imagine her there, working on some little craft project, humming to herself. I miss her too. She was so nice to everybody. Now she's dead, Mars says, making a face. How's that for fair? Of all the people, how come it had to be my friend? You don't have an answer. You never heard Mars call Tammy her friend before. But of course she was. Tammy was everybody's scared little sister, even though she was older than most of you. Mars clicks her tongue. Oh yeah, Administrator Seek is looking for you. I guess they need someone to do delivery jobs. She waves vaguely at the door behind her, distracted by her thoughts. Is that an egg? You find a hefty red xeno egg. What is that? Gifts for one-time use. Duplicate stack. +1 to a card. Change suit to physical. Okay. We can change a card suit to physical and add +1 to it. I see. Something going on in here? Yeah, I still can't do the deliveries. I need more toughness for organizing. Yeah, I should work on the toughness as well. Engineering, biology, toughness, perception. But I feel like if there's only a limited amount of time, it's like best to like focus on something. Something like focus only on a few things. But eventually I might need toughness or something to get out of here. What does toughness do exactly? Physical strength and stamina. I don't know if I need that to like fend off the creatures or something later. Can you believe Tammy died? Tis asks morbidly. I heard Chief Engineer Instance tell someone about it. He lowers his voice. Tammy got shocked by a broken holo projector. The one in the creche with the dancing teddy bear. You remember? When she touched it, she got chucked all the way across the room. He makes a sailing motion with his hands, and bam, she was dead before she even landed. Wow, really? This suddenly looks embarrassed. Yeah, I mean, it's too bad she's gone. She was nice. He tugs at the sleeves of his oversized jacket. That's kind of a cool way to die. Guess everyone has their own way to mourn. But we did learn about more information about how she died, though. Nenomi is chucking rocks at the strato, sending metallic clangs ringing through the colony. Stupid planet, she yells. Stupid creche. Stupid spaceship. She bends down to pick up another rock, but instead just sobs and braces her hands on her knees. Stupid everything. Why'd she have to die? It's not fair. Kids aren't supposed to die. What are my options here? I'm in mourning. All skills reduced by 1 for 3 months. Some jobs and actions can't be performed. My biology at 12. Engineering's at 17. I can almost get that up to 20. Maybe get up to 20 this time. Zero, 1. Put that there. Barely, but managed to get there. +2 from 1 challenge, an absorbent brain perk. It's to reasoning, and kudos. Nice. So yeah, the engineering's all up to 20. The colony is going to hold a funeral for Tammy. Do you want to attend? If you don't feel up to it, you could just skip and take a month off instead, or you could get back to work. No, I want to grieve by myself. No, too busy. Tammy who? I guess I'll attend. The colonists gather in the recycling room. Bringing organics down here to be recycled here is one of your chores. You only come here for a funeral twice. Both times, a colonist has passed away from natural causes during the 20-year-long journey from Earth. This is the first time there's been a funeral on Vertumna. The first time for someone you actually knew. The mouth of the organics recycler has been polished, and a wreath of yellow flowers placed over the opening. Inside you see a shrouded figure, Tammy's small, fragile body. Tammy's dad, Uncle Tonnen, is here, as well as your parents and antecedent, and the rest of the council. Cal is here with his mom and her partners, already crying in their arms. The room is packed with people, and the feeling of grief is so thick you can taste it in your mouth. Governor Udicott stands before the assembled crowd. There are no words to ease the pain we feel today, she begins, solemnly. There's only the sad company of those of us left behind to share the burden of that grief. Tammy was our child, she continues. One of the first humans to be born in space, and the first die on an alien planet. In her short life, she exemplified the very arc of human accomplishment, bending hopefully towards the life beyond our humble Earth. She is the first one of us who can truly call Vertumna home. Her passing was as senseless as it was sudden. Losses like this are impossible to hold within oneself, a painful reminder that life is impossibly precious and fragile. But they also remind us, as always, that as a community, we are capable of great strength. Udicott closes the door to the recycler. You hear Uncle Tonnen sob over the hum of the particle disintegrators beginning their work. As a community, we remember Tammy. As a community, we return her body to the soil that nourishes us. In this way, Tammy, our child from the stars, will never truly be lost to us. The ceremony is adjourned, but a few people stay back to console Uncle Tonnen as he keeps vigil over the recycler. Cal and Uncle Tonnen hold each other and weep openly. Your mom stays behind to receive Tammy's remains. As the head of geoponics, she will be responsible for adding them to the colony's precious supply of brown soil from Earth. Your dad accompanies you out the recycling room. He clears his throat. I want you to know that you don't need to be okay, he says, clasping his warm hand on your shoulder. If you want to take the rest of the month off, everyone's going to understand. We take the month off. Does that change much? I guess it reduced the stress, right? The prospect of just going back to school like everything is normal is too much to handle. You end up spending the whole month alternating between sleeping, scrolling the holonet, and staring into space. It's restful, at least, and everyone gives you the time you need to process Tammy's death. Next month, early dust. What's going on this month? So I need bravery or toughness to get out there. Step cautiously through the colony gates. Yeah, so we can't do that yet. Bravery. Both social and dangerous situations. Or toughness. Oh, what's going on, Tangent? Ether Tangent says, approaching you with purpose. We need to discuss my brother. Need friendship with this tenor grader. Need friendship with this tenor grader. Oh, I guess this is the only one that needs a friendship. Who, dis? Yes, dis, she says impatiently. I need to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and she trails off and looks at her feet. Well, I'm not on very good terms with my brother of late, but people are becoming worried. You get the feeling Tange is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you, Tangent says angrily. Newton's apple, she swears. He won't even talk to me anymore. She says, you may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. Can I follow him? Where does he go? I think he might leave the area. Maybe there's like a way to get out of here. Other than the main gate. There's a log there. What is that? Adds +2 to a card. That's pretty good. Mushroom log. Tell this that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flit briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her hollow palm before classes. He doesn't say anything. She's worried about you. She doesn't care about me, he says solemnly. Tangent's just worried she'll get in trouble if I don't come home one day. He scolds and picks at the hem of his sweater. She doesn't care about anything but her schoolwork. Guess I need more friendship. Those are kudos. Guess I'll leave him alone for now. His shoulders slump in relief as you go. Cal's mom, Tira, is sitting with Cal against the makeshift fence that surrounds the gardens. Cal looks absolutely shattered, and Tira rubs his back comfortably. He sees you and musters up a brave smile that doesn't reach his eyes. Hey, Ether, it's good to see you. I found something you might like. Maybe give him the egg? Is that an alien egg? Cal explains, wow, I wonder what's inside. If it's still warm, maybe we can hatch it. He lifts it up and scrutinizes it. Anemone is always talking about wanting to eat big old alien egg. He says, if this one's not fertilized, I'll give it to her. Learned, anemone likes red xeno eggs. Okay. Anything else I can talk to him about? Cal scratching a stick listlessly in the dirt, seemingly uninterested in your presence until you get right up into his face. Oh, hey, Ether, he says, mustering up a hollow smile. Sorry, I don't really feel like playing today. If your mom already said so, I agree with her, your dad says, without looking up from his work. I know you two disagree about things, but she's still your mom. Help with the animals. Need animals 20 or greater. How do I get animals higher? Your mom is hard at work breaking ground for new fields. As a colony's chief cultivator, she's been preparing for this here as long as you can remember. You need something. Can I join expeditions? No, you're too young to leave. Your father would be worried. Now stained words. Okay, bye. So I guess that's everything for now. Did I talk to you yet? Anemone runs up to you. Hi, Ether. She huffs, catching her breath. She grins. On the ship, adults are always saying, no running, Anemone. No running, but outside there's so much room. I can run for 5 minutes in one direction, even more, after the roboplows clear the land for farms. A low throbbing noise comes from the engine room. Okay, so which one do I want to do? Continue doing studying. Maybe raise biology up to 20. You got engineering up to 20. This one's creativity and persuasion. Let's keep studying. This week in biology class, you're learning about predators and prey. Okay, so this could be useful. Professor Hal brings up a picture of a hopeye on the holo projector and asks, who can tell me what special things hopeyes do when they see a predator? Hands shoots up. They hop away very quickly. That's why we call them a hopeye. Hal nods. That's true, but not what I was getting at. Tan stammers and looks up, like she can't believe she got something wrong. Hal scans the class again. Anyone else? Ether? Do they thump their feet? They fly away? That's debatable, so I guess I get a card. A 5. What's the thing at the bottom? Are these like worth more? Tutorial. Keep adding cards to your deck. You have a limited number of gear slots. Collectibles, yeah. Keep adding to your deck as you age. I'll have to look at when I do the challenge. Could that be worth it? Is it worth 2? I don't know. So I don't have animals or more. I could get this card. That's debatable. Do I want that card? A 5. I don't really have anything to link to it. So just say I don't know for now. Come on, Ether, think about it, Hal says encouragingly. You could at least try to guess. You give him a blank look. They thump their feet to warn other hopi in the area, he says. They're very communal animals. Oh, maybe I should have said something. You look over to see Tan smirking at you. You both got it wrong, but she still thinks she's better. Get to work. Maybe I should have answered? The goal is 14. Can I get to 14? 0, 1, 2, 3. Not 2? How much does that give? I'm at 8. Maybe I should have done the other one. I guess it gives points for each of the things in it. Does that mean the 0 gives 0 points? I guess it gives 1? Oh, maybe that would have been good. Yeah, a 5 card. Well, can't do it anymore. There we go. Gonna win. So I guess the zero cards aren't very good, so it's best to get rid of those, actually. It's time for Tumnalia. Udicod and the council have a festival to celebrate life here on the planet Vertumna. Everyone gathers in the colony square to hear Governor Udicod's speech. In Earth's history, Udicod begins and clears her throat and waits for everyone to quiet down. Ahem. In Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, garden, and fruit. It's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take such an auspicious name in hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. So in Earth's history, Vertumna was known as the god of seasons, change, gardens, and fruit. Oh, I didn't know that. Unless that's just part of this game's lore, it could be. And it's no coincidence that our forebears of the Vertumna project chose to take on such an auspicious name in hopes of seeding future bountiful seasons of humanity. We will continue this tradition of Vertumnalia, a midsummer festival to celebrate our Vertumna, this lush planet upon which we find ourselves today. Clap, I guess. Everyone cheers and applauds. The members of the council all get up the stage one at a time. Governor Udicott announces each one. Governor Udicott, command. Chief Administrator Seek, command. Yeah, so we got all of them coming up. When it's your mother, Lulu's turn, she announces that tonight you'll be eating some of the very first crops grown on Vertumnan soil. Your eyes go to the feast table. Aboard the stratosphere, it would have been mostly soy-based food from the nanoprinters, spiced up with what precious fruits and vegetables they could be grown in the small growing bays. This year, the earth plants look even less robust than usual, but they've supplemented by some Vertumnan plants you've come to appreciate: juicy watato pods and bobber fruits, and a slab of edible fungi. So I guess the earth plants look even less robust than usual. The earth plants perhaps can't even grow here? Udicott takes Takes the stage after everyone on the council has said their piece. What is a festival without festivities, she asks. Professor Hal, Security Chief Rhett have organized a 3-part competition for the kids. Good luck, children. Which one do you join? Science fair. Tangent competes, of course, entering her study of the ship's hydro-recycling system. It was previously used to make urine drinkable, but she offers that it could now be turned to new uses. Despite how many times she says the word pee, it's still boring. But she put a lot of effort into it. Your turn to go next. The judges are all very interested in what you're bringing to compete against Tangent. Reasoning challenge. Hard. Goal of 47. Story challenges have 3 rounds instead of 1. After every round, you'll keep cards you didn't play and unlock an extra slot to play them in. Losing isn't always a bad thing in story challenges. Okay. 0, 1, 2. Next round. So I guess 0, it's like 0 cards. Zero, 1, 1. This one of this card has the highest value. So that only gets plus. I see, yeah, so having the higher value cards would have been useful. +1 skill on brain challenge win. If I can get that far, I don't think I'll be able to get that far. Zero, 0, 0. 3. You want to shift these. A 1. That's probably the best I can do for now. And I could push through. Reasoning. Kudos. You worked hard on your project. It's a baking soda and vinegar volcano with a twist. You grind up a native rock as the soda part and use the juice from a native plant for the vinegar part. Your dad helped with the idea, just a little though. Use it displaying the native acids and bases on Vertumna. They're very strong, so the resulting explosion splatters all over the judges. It's a crowd pleaser, earning you top prize for the science fair. Nice, so I got at least to get another 5 card. After the festivities are over, everyone takes time off for a much-needed break, so all the stress I used during that, I get back. Nice. During the fierce heat of dust, a few days rest is actually what you need. You feel refreshed. Early dust. Mid-dust. Alright, so I'm gonna save the game here, and I'll continue on in the next video. So everyone, thanks for watching. I hope to see you next time. Bye.